Hi friends, it's Miss Kyra here with San Francisco Ballet's Dance in Schools and Communities team. I'm here with another dance lesson for you all, this time on conducting an experiment, or more specifically, a dance experiment. Now first we're going to be reviewing over the steps of conducting an experiment. Then we're going to be going through with our balancing experiment. And lastly, we're going to be reviewing over our data and we'll say goodbye. Now we got a lot to get through, so let's get going. Let's review over the steps of an experiment. Number one is going to be hypothesis, where we create a theory about what's going to happen during our experiment. Number two is our experiment, where we try out different things and gather data. Number three is going to be our conclusion, where we end our experiment, look at our data, and see what that tells us. So all together, that's hypothesis, experiment, and conclusion. All right, so now it's time to begin our balancing dance experiment. What we're going to do is try 5 different poses that challenge our center of gravity to see how many times we wobble in place. Now what's important here is to gather data that's remembering the names of the different positions that we try and how many times we wobble in place. So 2 different things that we're looking out for. All right. We could do that by keeping that in our head or writing it down in our science notebook. I'll leave that up to you. But let's go on to the poses. Number 1 is going to be the arabesque. So come onto the side so you could reach up your leg, up and out to the side, put our arms out, and balance for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. How many times did you wobble in the arabesque position? I'd love to know. All right, pose number 2 is going to be pretty tricky. I hope you're ready. Our center of gravity is going to be way back, and I call this the slippery banana position. So come on, imagine that you are a cartoon character, slipping on a banana and leaning way back, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Whew, pretty tricky stuff. How was the slippery banana position for you? Go ahead and write that down or think about how many times you wobbled. Number 3 is going to be what I call the thinker. So we're going to put one leg up, our arms in an L, and lean forward, holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down, the thinker. Number 4 is going to be the athlete. So let's go to the side so you can see me grabbing my foot on the same side as my lifting foot. Put up the opposite arm and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. That was the athlete. And last but not least, number 5 position is going to be the eyes closed position. So let's put up one leg. It's very similar to the thinker, but we're touching our toes to our knees. Our knee is all the way out, pointing forward, and we're crossing our arms over. We're gonna hold this for 10 seconds with our eyes closed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, that was tough, friends. I'm curious, which was the hardest position for you to hold? I think for me, it was probably the eyes closed position. It seems like closing my eyes really affects where my center of gravity is, or where my understanding is of my body in space. What was the easiest position for you? For me, I would say it was the thinker. Maybe it's the same one. And that was our experiment. You could even look at your science notebook to see, how can you graph this out? How can you show this data? I'd love to see what you can do with this experiment. Thank you so much for joining me as we conducted our dance experiment. I hope now you feel confident that you can create art and ideas about meaningful topics. You've done so much great work as a scientist, so give yourself a big pat on the back. Thank you again for joining me, and I can't wait to dance with you again soon. Bye everyone!